It's just after 8 p.m. in a Yavapai, Arizona neighborhood where residents have taken the case of an alleged stalker into their own hands.
Where's he at? Here, hey, give me your hands.
Child molester.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Oh, Jesus. He's got a...
Let go of it, Sandy. Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Yeah, you got it.
Give me your hands. If you do anything, I'm going to sock you, all right?
That's
you copy?
Yeah,
get out of the car. I got a deputy behind you. Step out of the car. That's all we got to do.
Hold on, my shoes ain't tied, please.
You're fine. Go ahead and hop out. Eli, I got his hands. I'm going to hand you one. Let's get a cuff on it.
Yep.
Sit up.
Can I get out?
Yeah, I got.
Hang on.
I'm hung up with the seatbelt.
I got you.
Or something.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
Let's get him out.
All right.
Yeah. Here.
Go ahead. Let's just go out your
My
side.
left shoulder's back dislocated. So I'm not fighting you.
We never said you were. Just keep where you're at, okay?
I know. I don't want you to think I'm in this one because I'm not.
No, I never said you were, bud.
Yeah. So bizarre.
Hey, will you get them all separate?
So bizarre.
Police identify the suspect, seen here, as 48-year-old Dustin Brown, who police said had been dodging a protective order against him, connected to his alleged harassment of a 17-year-old girl.
Will you get them all separated?
Yep. We're going to start doing interviews.
Yeah. They ruined my car and just assaulted.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Put your hands up.
They just assaulted me for the whole time. And I tried to explain it to them and...
Okay. Any weapons in your car?
No.
Okay, we're going to get medical coming out here. Okay, let's get you back to one of our cars.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean... it is what it is. Yeah.
According to the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office, Dustin was suspected of leaving a threatening letter on the teen's car and had been accused of making inappropriate comments at her place of work.
Open your car. Corin, open your car.
By the way, what do the body cams on Law and Crime prove? Maybe that the world is unpredictable, and sometimes when those scary and unpredictable situations arise, having a great lawyer matters, right? Well, that is where our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. No, it's not just a place that makes really good hats. This one actually fits me well. No, it's a firm with over 1,000 attorneys. And you know why they have so many? Because they win a lot. Past few months, Morgan & Morgan secured a $29 million verdict for a bicyclist in Philadelphia, a $2.7 million verdict for a car accident victim in Florida, and $5.6 million for a car crash victim in Georgia after insurance offered that client $0. And even if you think your case isn't worth millions of dollars, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? And Morgan & Morgan makes it so simple. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're injured, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/LC BodyCam or click the link in the description and pin in the comments.
Take a seat.
Go and have a seat real quick.
You got it? Might have to hop up.
Next, one officer reads Dustin his Miranda rights before questioning him further.
What happened here tonight?
I went for a drive, and I got lost. I got turned around, and I was trying to pull up the maps, and this white truck turned on the floodlights, and I know roughly where I was at. We turned on the floodlights, and then he acted like he was going to hit me, and he moved over, so he got over, and so I tried to just go around him, and he just rammed my car.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa! I put my hands up. I just couldn't believe it. And then they jumped out, and then they just started attacking me. I started to fight back, but they just swarmed me, and
okay.
I got overwhelmed, and then I just kept saying whoa, and but anyway, they piled in on me, and I tried to fight them off, but I got pinned down. I could have done a lot better, but I just got back from the gym, and I burned off tons of energy.
Okay.
So I just didn't have enough gas in the
Okay.
tank.
All right.
I mean, it really was a misunderstanding, but this goes back to these people. They feel that like I attacked this girl, their family member.
Okay.
She's 17, and
Okay.
they believe that I did something to her, that I, assaulted her in some way,
Okay.
and it's not true.
Okay.
None of it's true. But when they were like beating on me, and they just kept at it, they acted like a and they kept calling me a pedophile, and they said they were going to kill me. They said they were going to cut my nuts off, and they were going to drag me out in the woods before the cops got here, and they're going to kill me and bury me. I mean, they're just absolutely psycho. And I'm like, stop. I kept telling them, stop. I said, it's not true. I said, the sheriff's already, they have the reports and everything.
Okay.
And they're like, we know what you did. We know what happened. You're a child molester and all this stuff. And I'm like, are you f***ing serious? So it was like a Salem witch hunt or something.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, like, nothing happened.
So you were just out for a drive?
Yeah, well...
Which coincidentally was in front of their residence.
No, I wasn't in front of the residence. I was
Okay.
up the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea, though, to go for a drive down the street from someone's house when they've accused you of this stuff? You know what I mean, man? I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm just asking questions. You know that.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 20/20, but that might not have been a good idea to begin with. I'm not saying it justifies what happened here tonight, but
I hear what you're saying.
For sure.
So
Deputy Apostolic's has been talking to you the last couple days about a lot of this stuff, right?
no, I haven't heard from him.
I thought he talked to you on the phone a couple days
One
ago or
time.
something. Okay.
He said he was going to call me. He never
Okay.
did.
Have you been here in town all week? Because I know some of the guys
just
tried to
got
call you
back.
the other day. Where were you?
Colorado
Okay. When did you get back?
this morning.
This morning. Okay.
Dustin, who residents say was spotted lurking around the neighborhood, gives his side of the story, while other officers check in with witnesses.
Was parked at the top of our street, staking out our house when we pulled up. I turned on the bright light bars on the truck and went up there, got identification for my daughter that is him, and then I chased him through the neighborhood. He came down here somewhere, I think, and turned off the lights. That's when we had called for you guys to come. And we sat up there with the lights off, just kind of waiting, because we knew he couldn't get out. He'd have to go out that way. And then my brother-in-law and sister-in-law in the white Ford came up to help us. And then when they said they were going to come down here and see if they could see a white Prius down here, turned down the street here, and then his headlights were coming down the road this way.
Okay.
And that's when he just rammed them head on and sent them into the ditch.
Okay.
And
So
then it was chaos.
That was your
from there.
brother-in-law?
A suspicious vehicle was caught on a security camera stopping on a dirt road near the victim's home and shutting off its lights. Minutes before, witnesses say they stopped the suspect by ramming his car into a ditch.
So after the collision, what happened?
Basically, they went nuts after him because we've been tormented by this for a week. I've been scared for my daughter's life
No,
for
I
a
get it.
fucking
I
week
get it.
and waiting, and it feels like we can't get. The sheriff's department knows, and they can't kick in the door and get him. It's like nothing can be done. Our hands are just tied, and we're supposed to wait until she gets, until something happens to her for us to really do anything about it. So, yeah, people's minds. This is a 17-year-old and a 48-year-old man.
Yeah,
And
I understand.
people
I
want to
understand.
kill him.
I understand completely.
Luckily, we kept it from that, but what do you do?
So
Scared to death for my daughter's life.
I know,
And,
yeah,
and
you're
a
right.
pile of garbage like this, what's he going to get in jail? And then he's going to come back out, and I have to worry all over again for her life.
What happened? What led
I
to...
got nothing to say.
Okay.
Guys, keep your dogs off the road and I won't have to catch a stray. So I got nothing to say.
Okay. You don't want to say what happened?
That guy. If I go to jail, you just load me up with him.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know. I just got to figure
All I
out
got
both
to say
sides.
is someone, no, there ain't no side.
Gotcha.
Dogs in the pound where they belong, away from my family. Okay?
Right. Understandable.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Their mom and them kids were here. You know what I mean?
Right.
This guy has been stalking my niece. My sister and my brother-in-law went to dinner, and when they came back, he was driving around in this Prius.
Absolutely. No guns in the car?
No. Anyways, he was at their house when they got back from dinner. My sister called me. We're neighbors.
Okay.
And so I come down, and we had our altercation with him, but he's been stalking her for a week, threatened to kill her. He's 48, she's 17. He's got a history of it. He's done it.
Cindy,
Okay.
you don't matter at this point in time. Don't say anything.
And you're
Don't
not
say anything.
injured?
You heard that right. Witnesses and police say this isn't exactly Dustin's first rodeo with the law. The 48-year-old was previously sentenced to time in prison for stalking and had been arrested in recent weeks for a similar incident involving alleged inappropriate comments toward a woman at another business.
We were coming home from supper, and we live kind of on a kind of quiet street, and I look up the street and there's a car sitting there, and I'm like, that's not normal. And I asked my husband to hit the high beams, let's see what's up there. And there's a person in it, so we slide up next to him, look him in the face, and it's the perp that's been bothering my kid.
Okay.
He races down the street away from us. We, of course, give chase. We're on the phone with 911 trying to get a response. We have a gut feeling that he ran down here, not knowing it was a cul-de-sac. We see his taillight go out. I sit at the corner, waiting to see. I call my sister, because she lives in the neighborhood. I'm like, I need backup. Sheriff's not here yet. I got a perp in my neighborhood. I can't. And so she came and met me. My brother-in-law turned down the street. He had flipped a U and was coming to us. And you guys haven't been able to serve him since Monday. He's not, I'm like, he's out, he's here. I've called 911, no one's coming. And my brother-in-law was nice enough to stop his car.
Okay. Did you throw any strikes?
I might have hit him in the ribs.
Ribs. Punches? Okay.
It's my kid.
I know.
It's my baby.
Moments later, Dustin is transported to a hospital where he continues denying the allegations against him.
How many people are there altogether?
I think 5, but it all started to get real blurry. And like I said, I think the other 2 just couldn't fit in the car. So there was a total of, including me, there was 4 of us in the front of the seat of the car. And so the other ones, they couldn't get in there. But it was just the most psycho situation you've ever seen in your life. I mean, those people are whacked out of their mind.
So do you know who did this?
Well, I know they belong to a certain family. I've never met any of them. I didn't recognize anybody. So I think they have a large family. But this is all a misunderstanding. And so they believe, and they just came at me. And
So why did they come at you?
well, they have it in their head that I assaulted their 17-year-old niece, and nothing ever happened. I just talked to her, but I'm starting to think, like the way they were acting, I'm starting to think that she told them, she lied to them or something, because they believe that I did something to her, even though that there's no evidence of that. I mean, it's so stupid. I kept telling them, stop. I said, you're wrong. Nothing happened. What did she tell you? And they just kept coming at me. They would not. They were just absolutely out of their mind.
Back at the scene, one reluctant witness decides it's time to talk. Let's see what he has to say.
So we would like to talk to you to try and get your explanation of what happened. Okay.
I get a call. Okay. I've listened to this go on. I ain't said a word. I get home, sit down. My sister-in-law calls in a panic. Tells my wife, the guy's in the hood. We run out of here, we stop, grab a gun. Tell my wife we don't need a gun. Pull up right here. She says, I think he's around the corner, the cops are on his way. No offense against your guys. There's no good coming out of what's going on, okay? Come around the corner, the guy stops, my wife yells, "That's him." She jumps out, the guy throws it in reverse, and I come, you know, goes like he's going forward, throws it back in reverse and guns it. To be honest with you, I tried to hit the brakes when we got to here, and I didn't. I hit the gas on the deal. I jump out, he tries to jump out, I jump in the deal, he hits me 2 or 3 times and I restrain him. Goes to biting on me. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, they're no good. So that was how we end up in this deal, okay? I think he hit the steering wheel really hard when his head bounced off the rest, and I had to hold him in this deal. You know what I mean? That's the deal. So I'm not trying to be rude to you guys.
No, you're fine.
I got a 17-year-old niece, this I'm not even close with these guys, you got it?
Right.
I'm not gonna sit around here and wait for something to happen. And
Right.
I get you guys got your own job. I'm telling you right now, he didn't have to come out of his car.
And
I pulled him up out of the deal
for sure.
and made sure he had a little bit of air, because there was no good coming out of this.
Right.
You understand? And do whatever you guys want to do.
The reason we kind of pride on, you know, just getting you to give us a quick statement is, looking at this, I mean, obviously there's a reason this happened, and we know the backstory of what's been going on. We've actually been trying to arrest him for a couple of days, and so we understand the backstory, and we were just trying to give you a chance to articulate why you did what you did, because there may have been a good reason why you did it, and that's why we wanted to talk to you.
That's my reason right there. When she's running down the fucking deal, and that guy throws it in the deal, she rips it open. He's trying to jump out.
Right.
I think I got a few dings on me right now. You know what I mean? I'm all good with it, but I'm just telling you, this ain't for you guys. You do whatever you need to do, and we'll go. I'll play it. If I got, he doesn't.
Well, at this point, it's my decision. I'm the sergeant on scene, and the fact that you're actually willing to give us a statement and you can articulate that if you hadn't done what you had done, your wife's out of the car and cars are flying around and she could have gotten run over. I see why you did what you did. And
That was the deal.
No, and we get it. And actually, he's the one who spoke to her and her mom last night. I had him called because when I checked on yesterday, I got briefed about how the situation had continued into yesterday. So I actually had him call and check on her and her mom and make sure that he hadn't come back because he had been out of state. Well, it sounds like he came back this morning, and here we are already this evening. And we've been looking for him. We have felony charges on him. He's been to prison already. He's going back from this. I understand why you did what you did, and I don't see any reason for us to charge you with anything.
Residents of the Yavapai neighborhood who stepped in to stop the suspect were not charged in connection with the incident. But back with Dustin, now cleared from the hospital and seated in a patrol car, officers finally get a chance to serve him that previous paperwork.
So I just want to let you know who the protected parties are and what it stipulates, which is not to contact them or go near their residence, okay? Sure. Make sure you just take the time to read through the rest of it so you have an understanding of what it says and what your options are to contest it, okay? All right, I'll give it to him so he can bring it over there with you and you'll get it over at the jail, okay?
What was your name again?
Sergeant Morales.
Were you out there on the scene?
I was, yeah.
That was you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it was like really chaotic.
Yeah, it was. It was super chaotic.
Yeah, and it just, like, I don't know if you ever seen like that, but...
Not a lot of it. I mean, I've been doing this a while, so I've seen some wild.
Okay.
But I've only seen anything like that a couple of times, and it's very few and far between.
Yeah, and I just still trying to wrap my head around it.
Sure.
But, so my car, I'm thinking it's probably totaled.
Yeah. So I don't know what the damages are, but we did get it towed.
Yeah,
so
it's
pretty banged up. Yeah, the front end's pretty messed up.
He hit me so hard. He pushed that car back about 30 feet.
Well, I was told by another deputy that you invoked your right to have an attorney present and not answer questions.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want you to get into anything that
right.
you don't want to actually get into about.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying for sure.
It was just nuts.
Yeah, sure. So unless you want to revoke that and talk to me, then we
no.
can talk.
I
don't want to pressure you.
Yeah, I'm not a professional.
For sure.
I am. In other stuff.
But in other stuff,
yeah.
That's always a good option, is to let the professionals do it.
Yeah. Here's my concern though.
Okay.
I mean, obviously they could have swiped my wallet and it's got cash and a whole lot of credit cards and a debit card.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the other thing is that these people went completely freaking psycho.
Okay.
And she was digging through like papers I had on the seat. She's like, "Oh, what is this?" And so I think they have my home address.
Okay.
And I'm worried that they're gonna go to my house and like burn it down or torch my cars out front. I mean,
I'll look into that for sure.
Yeah,
then, and I'll see if we can find your wallet for starters.
Okay.
And I'll let the deputies know that we'll keep an extra patrol on your house.
Maybe just drive by.
And we'll do regular drive-bys to just make sure that if any vehicles are there that don't belong to you or your children, we'll make contact with them and make sure that whoever's there, we find out if they should be there or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just
you can talk to a judge about getting an injunction against harassment against those folks.
Okay.
So they can't have any contact with you and they can't come near your home. And if they do, they'll be charged.
Yeah, because
if an order's put in place.
Yeah, because some of the comments they made, dude. I mean,
you were telling me that they were.
He was going to bury me in the desert,
right? And they were going to cut my
nuts
manhood off. And
but here's the thing. Like, just I mean, not to get into anything, but
sure, no, you're fine.
They were going to kill me. And this just, okay, so, they kept going kind of back and forth, like, he told the girls, he's like, "No, we're just going to hold him down till the cops get here, but, we're going to rough him up, we're going to do this and that," and then, all of a sudden, the next thing was, they made, I'll just say they made comments that made me believe that the cops weren't coming. And so after about a half an hour of getting beat on, I was able to get my leg around and hit the horn, right?
Okay.
To get somebody's attention. And he immediately started just nailing me with all these elbows. He's like, "Stop honking the horn." They didn't want you guys to show up. They were going to beat me until I was unconscious and I wouldn't be
just
here.
so you know, we did get 2 911 calls from them.
When?
So I would have to look at the call to let you know the time.
Dude, they were acting so creepy.
I can tell you that from there was an original 911 call came in. About 5 minutes later, a second one came in, and I got there about 10 to 12 minutes after the second 911 call.
Okay.
So probably about 15 to 20 minutes after the initial call, I got there.
So they beat on me for a while, and then they called because, I mean, I was fighting with them for at least a half an hour straight. I'm telling you.
Did you get any? Well, I don't want to ask you any questions and get into it too much. But,
but I'm telling you, some of the they said was absolutely psycho.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking, I know they got my home address. I know they did.
I'll make sure that
she was over there going through everything, and he was telling her, he was like in charge. He's like, "Don't go through his stuff. Don't go through his stuff. Don't touch anything." And I'm like, it was wild.
Okay.
It was wild. It was the craziest shit. I'm just. Anyway, if you guys just drive by the house.
I'll make sure that I'll let the.
Dustin was taken to jail and booked for stalking, harassment, disorderly conduct, assault, aggravated assault, and endangerment. Online records indicate Dustin was later found guilty of felony stalking and as a repeat offender was sentenced to 15 years behind bars. Subscribe now for easier access to the latest from Law&Crime BodyCam